Beneath the lush forests and sprawling fields of North America, there are silent reminders of a long-lost era, massive earthen mounds crafted by hands that have long since disappeared. These ancient structures, some predating the pyramids of Egypt, rise from the ground with stunning geometric precision, perfectly aligned with the stars, solstices, and the natural rhythms of the world around them. For centuries, they have intrigued explorers, archaeologists, and storytellers. Who were the creators of these impressive mounds? What were their purposes? And why did they vanish without leaving behind any written records? Long before Columbus set sail or the colonies were established, intricate societies thrived on this land, interconnected by rivers, trade routes, and shared beliefs. The builders of these mounds created sacred spaces and ceremonial centers, merging engineering prowess with deep spiritual significance. Yet, their legacy has often been obscured. Sometimes by the passage of time, sometimes by design. What remains is a poignant reminder of the rise and fall of civilizations and the delicate memory of a continent. As science delves deeper and indigenous voices gain prominence, the truth begins to emerge from these mounds, a history that is far richer and older than we ever dared to imagine. Chapter 1, Whispers in the Soil. Across the sprawling landscapes of North America, tucked away beneath thick forests and stretching across open plains, lie enigmatic earthen mounds. These remarkable structures, some soaring over 20 feet high and sprawling across acres, have puzzled explorers and scientists for ages. Unlike natural hills or formations, these mounds were meticulously crafted by human hands, their edges sharp and their shape strikingly precise. From simple burial mounds to intricate geometric earthworks, their existence ignites a profound curiosity. Who were the people behind such monumental feats? What drove them to create these enduring landmarks? When early European settlers stumbled upon these colossal earthworks, they often brushed them off as the handiwork of mythical giants or ancient civilizations lost to history. However, as archaeological research progressed, it became evident that these mounds were built by indigenous peoples with extraordinary skill and intention. The soil beneath our feet holds whispers of tales long forgotten, just waiting to be uncovered. Each mound stands as a quiet sentinel of history, hinting at communities that flourished, celebrated, and honored their beliefs through earth and stone. The enigma of the mound builders beckons us to listen closely to these whispers in the soil and strive to understand the ancient world they crafted. Chapter 2, Echoes of a Forgotten People. For centuries, the origins of the mound builders have been wrapped in mystery, igniting a flurry of theories and legends. Early settlers and scholars let their imaginations run wild, conjuring images of lost civilizations or mythical giants as the creators of these impressive earthworks. Some even speculated that the mounds were crafted by a long-lost race, perhaps more advanced than the Native Americans they encountered. These notions not only reflected a thirst for knowledge but also highlighted the misunderstandings and cultural biases of that era. Even though the mound builders left no written records, evidence points to their existence as part of vibrant indigenous cultures with intricate social systems. Archaeologists have been diligently piecing together artifacts, pottery, and tools that narrate tales of trade, rituals, and everyday life. These discoveries have challenged long-held myths and gradually unveiled the rich heritage of the people who constructed the mounds. The echoes of their existence resonate through these earthworks, providing insights into their beliefs, challenges, and accomplishments. What was once lost is now slowly coming back into view, inviting us to respect and gain a deeper understanding of America's ancient history. Chapter 3, Sacred Geometry and Cosmic Alignments. The earthworks created by the mound builders showcase an incredible grasp of geometry and astronomy. These mounds aren't just random heaps of dirt, they're thoughtfully crafted shapes, circles, spirals, and rectangles, laid out with astonishing accuracy. Some of these sites align perfectly with the sun's rise and set during solstices and equinoxes, hinting that the builders meticulously tracked celestial events. This suggests that the mounds had a purpose beyond the practical. They were deeply intertwined with spiritual beliefs and the natural world's rhythms. The geometric designs and cosmic alignments reflect a culture that viewed the heavens as a guiding force, connecting the earth to the universe. Notable mounds, like those at Cahokia and Newark, are strategically placed to mark significant astronomical events, possibly used to regulate calendars, guide farming cycles, or signify sacred ceremonies. This fusion of science, art, and spirituality underscores the sophistication of these ancient societies, whose legacy is still imprinted in the very ground we walk on. Chapter 4: The Mississippians and the Rise of Cahokia. When we think about mound-building cultures, the Mississippian civilization really shines with its incredible accomplishments. Thriving between 800 and 1400 AD, the Mississippians created intricate societies that revolved around bustling towns and ceremonial hubs. At the heart of it all was Cahokia, situated near what we now call St. Louis, which was their crowning achievement and the largest settlement north of Mexico during its heyday. Spanning over 6 square miles, Cahokia boasted impressive earthen pyramids, expansive plazas, and wooden buildings that housed thousands of residents. The most prominent mound in the city, Monk's Mound, towers over 100 feet high and acted as a key political and religious site. Cahokia's reach extended far and wide through extensive trade networks, connecting to places as distant as the Gulf Coast and the Great Lakes. The Mississippians structured their society around a powerful elite class that led significant rituals and managed resources. The legacy of this culture showcases their advanced governance, rich spiritual life, and impressive engineering skills, proving that these mound builders were anything but primitive. Today, Cahokia stands as a testament to the grandeur and complexity of ancient America. Chapter 5: Trade, Power, and Rituals. The mound-building cultures flourished through a rich tapestry of trade, power dynamics, and spiritual rituals that wove their communities together. Trade routes spanned vast distances, facilitating the exchange of valuable materials like copper from the Great Lakes, shells from the Gulf Coast, and mica from the Appalachian Mountains. These items were more than just goods, they represented wealth and status, often finding their way into the elaborate graves of prominent individuals within the mounds. Religious authority was intricately linked to power, as leaders performed ceremonies that solidified their influence and connection to the spiritual realm. Many mounds acted as sacred spaces where rituals took place to honor ancestors, celebrate seasonal changes, or seek cosmic guidance. These ceremonies were not just events, they were vital to community life, often featuring feasts, dances, and offerings. Artifacts like beautifully crafted pottery, effigy pipes, and intricately carved stone tools showcase the vibrant cultural and symbolic life of the mound builders. Their earthworks were more than mere structures, they were profound expressions of identity, belief, and social order, reflecting a civilization deeply intertwined with both the land and the spiritual world. Chapter 6: Vanishing Footprints. Even with their remarkable achievements, the mound-building cultures began to wane long before Europeans set foot on their lands. The reasons for this decline are intricate and likely stem from a mix of environmental changes, resource shortages, internal strife, and social upheaval. As populations swelled and the pressure on farmland and forests mounted, some areas may have become unlivable. Shifts in climate and extended droughts probably added to the strain, resulting in food shortages and weakening political systems. By the time European explorers made their way to these regions, many of the mound centers had either been abandoned or shrunk to mere clusters of small villages. The introduction of foreign diseases like smallpox and influenza wreaked havoc on indigenous communities, who had no defenses against such illnesses. These diseases spread more rapidly than the colonizers themselves, decimating entire populations and disrupting cultural continuity. Colonization further shattered the traditions of the mound builders. Lands were taken, sacred sites were desecrated or buried, and oral histories were silenced. While the mounds themselves still stood, the vibrant societies that once thrived around them faded into the shadows. What was once a network of powerful, organized cultures crumbled, leaving behind only faint traces in the earth. Chapter 7: Modern Myths and Misunderstandings. For a good part of the 19th and early 20th centuries, the achievements of the mound builders were shrouded in myths, biases, and misinformation. Many scholars and writers simply couldn't accept that Native Americans were capable of such advanced engineering and cultural sophistication. Instead, they attributed the mounds to lost civilizations, like Atlanteans, Egyptians, or even ancient Europeans, completely overlooking the strong evidence that pointed to indigenous origins. These misconceptions weren't just misguided, they were damaging. They reinforced colonial narratives that justified the displacement of native peoples by dismissing the accomplishments of their ancestors. Some excavations were carried out with little regard for the significance of these sites, turning sacred burial grounds into mere scientific curiosities or treasure hunts. The mounds became more about mystery than history, sparking sensational tales instead of serious inquiry. This legacy of misunderstanding held back the rightful acknowledgement of mound-building cultures for many years. It's only through the gradual acceptance of archaeological findings and the emergence of indigenous scholarship that the truth has started to come to light. By dispelling these myths, we get closer to honoring the real people who shaped these landscapes, not through fantasy, but through their skill, vision, and enduring spirit. Chapter 8, Rediscovering the Past. Today, there's a fresh wave of appreciation for the mound builders that's reshaping our understanding of North America's ancient history. Archaeologists are constantly uncovering new sites, peeling back layers of knowledge about these intricate societies. Thanks to technologies like ground-penetrating radar and satellite imaging, researchers can explore mound structures without causing any disruption, keeping their integrity intact while deepening our grasp of their design and purpose. Equally vital are the voices of indigenous communities, who have kept alive oral traditions and spiritual ties to these sacred sites. Their perspectives provide a cultural backdrop that enriches scientific discoveries, turning dry data into vibrant history. Collaborations between scholars and native tribes are working to right historical wrongs and bring long-overlooked stories into the light. Many of these mounds are now safeguarded as historical landmarks, attracting visitors eager to connect with a profound, ancient chapter of American history. These ancient earthworks serve as a reminder that the land has always been imbued with meaning, shaped by hands guided by both knowledge and faith. In our journey to rediscover the past, we reclaim a shared heritage grounded not in myth, but in truth, resilience, and respect. The ancient earthworks created by the mound builders serve as striking reminders of a time when intricate societies flourished across North America. These remarkable structures showcase not just impressive engineering and astronomical insights, but also profound spiritual beliefs and social organization. While many of these cultures have faded into history, their legacy remains alive beneath the earth and in the tales shared through generations. Today, modern research and indigenous perspectives are working to reclaim their rightful place in history, challenging outdated myths and honoring genuine accomplishments. The mounds encourage us to pay tribute to a past defined by creativity, resilience, and a deep connection to the land. By tuning into the whispers of the soil, we can gain a richer appreciation of America's ancient heritage and the people who helped shape it.